Theta calibration is used to calculate the theta center of rotation for each tool in order to transform each tool's x and y position at any angle of the theta axis. Two types of theta calibration are available: sensor theta calibration and manual theta calibration. The sensor theta calibration uses a proximity sensor mounted on the calibration plate. The Theta Teach tool finds the proximity sensor at three defined angles on the theta axis to calculate the center of rotation. The manual theta calibration does not use a proximity sensor. In place of the sensor, the user aligns the Theta Teach tool with the reference point on the calibration plate at three defined angles. To get to the theta calibration page, go to Configuration, Machine, Coordinates, and then select the Theta tab. To start the theta calibration process, select the Theta Calibration tool. Select three angles to use for the calibration. One of these angles must be 0 degrees. Use the checkbox to select the Sensor Theta Calibration option. To run manual theta calibration, leave this box unchecked. Sensor Theta Calibration requires speed and timeout to be defined. Find speed is the speed used to find the edge of the theta calibration sensor with the Theta Calibration tool. Travel speed is used to position the tool before the sensor find operation. Timeout is the amount of time the system waits for the sensor to be asserted before throwing an error. If applicable, use quick actions or devices to actuate the board stops to a down position. Place the theta calibration sensor plate in place against the board stops or fixed workspace. To install the Theta Calibration tool, loosen the set screw on the back of the head so that the Theta Calibration tool will fit into the hole. Then tighten the set screw. Press Start to begin. When prompted, use the pendant to move the calibration tool over the sensor for sensor calibration. Make sure that the LED is on and the tip is not touching the sensor. Or to the calibration point for manual calibration. Click Next once the calibration tool is aligned with the sensor or calibration point. The sensor find process takes about 1.5 minutes depending on speed settings. If using a sensor, the machine will determine an exact offset to the sensor before moving to the next angle. Complete all three angles and review the points displayed. Click Accept when finished. The graphic in the Maps section of the Theta tab provides a visual representation of the swing arcs for each tool. The user can select the number of points displayed in the graphic with a drop-down near the top of the display. Calibration override performs a center of rotation calculation based on a specific tool's location. Global calibration extrapolates the coordinate calculations for all tools based on the Theta Teach tool. Select the tool that will have its global offset overridden. Select the angle between steps of the override. The selected step angle determines how many reference points need to be taught. Be sure to deselect the sensor and teach the global offset at the reference location, as most needles will not work with the sensor. Press Start to begin the calibration process. The machine will automatically move to the theta angle needed. When prompted, move the tool over the fixed calibration point. Then click Next to move to the next angle. Repeat this process for any remaining theta angles. Once calibration is complete, a Clear Overrides button will be displayed next to the overwritten tool. Clicking this button will clear the tool override offset and revert to the default global offset.